You guys, welcome back to another episode. I'm out at the mountain farm right now. Truck is loaded with fishing gear. We're gonna head up to the lake, the frozen lake behind the farm, and try and catch some fish. Hopefully a trout to cook up here at the mountain. The guineas, there's something going on right now. But before we go fishing, I gotta introduce you guys to a couple of new members out here at the farm. Look at these little guys. Hello, hello. These two right here are a couple of Nigerian dwarf goats that I just brought over to the farm a couple of days ago. They're actually a couple of rescues. The previous owners were taking really good care of them, but just didn't have the time for these two anymore. And that's part of what I want to do out here at the mountain farm, is start like kind of a small, just a private little animal sanctuary where we can, you know, give some animals a good home. My goodness. This one here is super, super friendly. She loves getting her neck rubbed, and look at that, she's got a beard. Huh, missus? Yeah, it's a very pretty beard that you have there. Yes, I know. They're absolutely adorable. Look at those stubby, tiny little legs. Tiny little legs. I still need to trim their hooves, do a couple of things with them, but they're very, very sweet. They're quarantined right now into this pen, just in case anything were wrong with them. That way the rest of the goats don't get sick. It's always a good idea to quarantine new animals at first, and that way they can also get to know each other through the fence a little bit, because sometimes they often bully the new goats quite a bit. But hopefully with these guys here, they'll just be really, really sweet with them. So anyways, I'll need a new couple of names from you guys down in the comments that we can give these goats right here. All right, we got to get up to the lake though, and see if there's still ice up there, because a weird warm front of weather came in. There's a chance that the ice is already thawed, so we'll check it out. We'll drill a little hole and try and pull out a juicy trout. Oh, Rainbow, no, Rainbow, what are you doing? What are you doing? I know, I'll come back and then we'll take you guys out tomorrow. Yeah, we got to get these guys trained to go up on the mountain with me soon. We've had Bobber out ice fishing with us once. I've usually, like, just around the farm here, Bobber just kind of, he does really good. So we'll take him on a few mountain adventures. Ooh, Mama just chased away sister. Now in here, I've got about 500 glass vials for Danish sea salt. I'm trying to get some bullet lure package supplies ready for you guys. It's just been really hard to get all the components for the bullet lure, so more of those babies coming soon. And right here we got our survival pouches. I'm just finalizing a few things. We got right here some 1/2-inch ferro rods, the real deal. This is exactly, I mean, this is literally the one that I've been using now for the last few years. And right here's the compass that I've been using for years now. It's cracked, but still works, baby. Still showing to north. We're actually gonna grab this guy here, throw it into our pouch, just in case we catch something that we got to cook up. What I'm trying to do with the pouches is just have kind of like a basic kit, because I know a lot of you guys are trying to get outside into hiking, backpacking, fishing, doing your own catch and cooks. The truck totally smells like goat. I've got like hay and goat poop in the back of the truck. That's just kind of how the whole farm thing goes. You can't worry about it. Man, you guys, it's gonna be mushroom season here soon too. I'm looking into all of these woods here. We're gonna have to do some foraging together ASAP. Man, morels, baby. Oh, that's gonna be so tasty. Oh. Guys, I'm seeing ice on the lake. I'm seeing ice. Now, how much ice, and is it still safe? I guess there's really only one way to find out, huh? Now, I haven't been up here in probably a couple of weeks, so last time the ice was pretty thick. I mean, definitely cracking, water coming through. But once you get a little further out, it seems more solid right here. You can see a big old crack all the way through the lake right there. Okay, well, it's walkable, but we're for sure gonna want to wear our safety gear. And we're gonna avoid the edge right there. All right, the first thing we're gonna do is just get on our picks there, because these guys, you can see they've got some little needles in there. So if we go through the ice, we can hopefully claw ourselves back out. Let's see if it holds us with the added weight of the bucket. Oh man, it almost broke. It almost broke underneath me. So before we get too far out, let's just go ahead and do a little test drill just to figure out like what we're actually working with. That's not that bad. That's about 3 inches of ice, 3.5 inches. We'll call it a 3.5 incher. Man, maybe we still have a little bit more ice fishing season after all. I was getting really worried with how warm it was getting. Look at this crack in the ice right there. Oh man. All right, I think this is a really good idea. We're gonna drill a hole right there where the crack is. It's gotta be a safe idea, right? Right? There we go. We just made ourselves a crack hole. What we're gonna do is we're gonna drill another hole right over here, because to maximize our chance to catch something, we're also gonna set up the fish trap that can be fishing while we're gonna be jigging the other hole. Let's get this trap set here. There we go. Oh man, I'm totally in the wrong spot. If that mouse trap goes off, that rod is gonna whack me in the face. All right, here we go. The trap is set. This is just the mouse trap, fish trap that I built last ice season. So let's set this baby right here. Just got a little treble hook, and we're just gonna throw a worm right on there. There we go, a nice juicy little worm on the hook, and we're just gonna send that baby down there. We're only fishing this about 6 feet deep. I don't want this guy all the way at the bottom, because then small fish like the perch and bass and stuff like that could bite. I wanna catch us a nice hungry trout. And if it's higher up in the water, it's pretty much guaranteed to be a trout. Are we getting a bite already? Guys, we might be getting a bite. I think there's something down there playing with it. I think there's something there playing with it, guys. Okay, something definitely just played with our bait there. Why don't you go ahead and watch this rod right here while I get the other one ready, and fingers crossed that we get one here. All right, over at this hole here, which is, oh, that's crazy. It's starting to freeze. We just got a little jig right here that we'll send down, tipped with the other half of that worm there. Let's just send that baby right down there. Let's see how deep it is here, actually. Let's go all the way down. All right, at the bottom. All right, we're probably good, maybe 12 feet deep right here. And we're just giving this jig little tiny jigs. Nothing crazy, just little itty bitty jigs. Ooh, is that a bite? Oh, something's got it. There we go, fish on, baby. Fish on, baby. Oh my goodness, a trout! A trout! No way! No, no, guys. That is, what? What species of trout is this? Whoa, whoa, guys, special species, special species. Oh my goodness. Look at the markings that this fish has. All right. Oh, no way. Double, baby. Double. Oh, fish on, baby. Fish on, another one. No way. Another one. Double, baby. They're tiger trout. Double tiger trout. No way. Oh, guys, you can see this little guy here. Look at him. He's got even more intense markings on him. All right, check out these beautiful, beautiful tiger trout. Now, guys, tiger trout are actually a hybrid trout between, I believe, a brook trout and a brown trout. And you can tell they have these gorgeous, gorgeous stripes and spots on their back, very unique markings that make tiger trout probably one of the most beautiful trout out there. I've never actually caught, no, I've caught one tiger trout before. It was an itty bitty one. So this guy here, both of them would have been my PBs here today. But we doubled up with them, baby. They're gonna be delicious. I've never eaten tiger trout before. This is gonna be the first time eating a tiger trout. The sunset, it's absolutely gorgeous out here right now. Oh, rainbow. Good morning, you guys. Hey, you guys, I've got some food for you too. Here we go. All right, so we're gonna go up the mountain and cook up our tiger trout up there. It got late last night, so I head back to the farm. But first we just gotta trim the hooves of those goats there real quick. Let me just show you what they look like. All right, so right there on the hoof, you can see that the sides of the hoof, they're essentially like the goat's fingernails, and they, when they grow, it kind of rolls over. So I've just got some goat hoof trimmers right there with me, as well as a little toothbrush. So let's go ahead and get these little dwarf goats cleaned up. Oh yeah, look at your nails. They're way too long, messieurs. Way too long. Wow, look at this. This one here is totally overgrown. I'm gonna take all of that off. Now this doesn't hurt the goat at all. It's basically just like cutting your fingernails. Feels pretty nice. That way they don't get a bunch of dirt and stuff stuck underneath. You see there what it looks like before, and then what it's supposed to look like after. Way nicer. Wow, look at this, how that hoof is completely rolled over. Look at that big hunk of nail that just came off, and see it holds all that dirt underneath there. So we just gotta get all of that out. Get that all out of there. My goodness, good girl. I bet that feels a lot better. All All right, those guys are all trimmed up. On goats, usually you have to trim their hoofs maybe once a month, once every other month. It just kind of depends on how much access they have to jumping around on rocks and stuff like that. What do you guys think, huh? Was that okay? Does that feel a lot better? All right, that's awesome. I've got the trout in the pack, and Bobber, he's just gonna join us going up the mountain here. We'll just go up a little bit, find a nice spot to cook up that trout. Now this is gonna be Bobber's first time up the mountain. I wanted to see if Bullet wanted to come along too, but he wanted to stay with the other goats. So Bobber and I were just gonna go on a quick adventure. Bobber, there's a deer up there. He saw that deer right up there. It just ran off into the distance when we got here. Whoa, guys, there's a bunch of deer right up there against the hillside on the other side of that valley. They're just kind of working their way up the mountain there. He for sure saw that deer over there. I don't think he saw those guys. That's Bobber's first just genuine look out into the mountains. I think he feels like a wild mountain goat now. Look at him. Man, I'm so proud of Bobber. This is his first time up the mountain and he's doing great. Yeah, guys, I can't wait till spring and summer where we can go on some backpacking adventures, head up to some mountain lakes, bring the goats. You can see they would do just fine up in the mountains. They'll just munch on grass. They've got all the food that they can ever ask for out there. We can actually get little backpacks for the goats so that they can bring some supplies for themselves as well as carry some extra gear. All right, I think this here might be a good spot. We got a little rock here that we could use as a kitchen to cook up our trout. A little bit of shelter from the wind, and we got a beautiful view. Plus there's plenty of grass out here for Bobber to snack on while we cook up our tiger trout. I'm so excited to try one of these guys. I need just a little bit of some dry grass here. Huh, Bobber, can you help me collect some of that? We're just gonna fluff it up a little bit so it takes a spark real good. Bobber, what are you doing down there? He's just a complete wild mountain goat now. We're just gonna throw a couple of these hexamine tablets in here now, and that's what we're gonna use to cook up our fish. You can see those hexamine tablets are slowly taking that flame there. All right, all we gotta do is just clean up our trout real quick. We're gonna make it really, really easy. All we're gonna do is one cut right back there by the butthole, then just a little cut right behind the head, and then you just grab the whole head and pull it down. And look at that, all the guts just come right out with the head. And what we can do here, since we're just up on the mountain, is we're just gonna throw the guts right out there. That way the eagles and the coyotes and stuff, I heard a whole bunch of coyotes last night, probably 10 of them, they'll just come and make themselves a snack out of that later. A little guy here, he ain't huge, but he'll make a nice little meal. Now today I didn't bring any butter along at all. I just brought out a little bit of bacon that I figure we can use to grease the pan. Ooh, yes. Huh, Bobber, what do you think? Smells good. He came over when he smelled that bacon there. Just throw a few sticks in there to help out with the fire a little bit, make it just a little bit hotter. Move that bacon aside just a little bit. Flip this guy here. Ooh, look at that, nice and brown. There we go, and then we're gonna use that bacon grease to get those trout nice and cooked. Oh yeah. And all we're gonna throw on seasoning wise, you guys know it's some Danish sea salt onto those trout there, nice. Ooh man, ain't gotta be shy at all. Golden brown, baby. Oh, that little guy looks super crispy. There we go. Just gonna sneak a little piece of bacon here. Ooh, man, hot. Tiger trout flavored bacon. All right, let's take a nice close look at this tiger trout. It's crazy, you can actually still kind of see the tiger markings on this trout here even after they've been cooked. If they're done, the fins should just pop right out. And you just eat the meat right off of there. And the fins are nice and crunchy. It's pretty tasty when they're like that. Now the best way to tell if a trout is done is you just kind of scrape the meat off the bones. And then if it just kind of comes off easily, look at that. That meat just dropped right off. So this is a perfectly cooked trout right here. All right, the bones here, we'll leave that for the coyotes as well. All right, we got our little trout tail. Crunchy. All right, could have been a little crunchier. Let's see how this big trout is looking here. Ooh, the meat's kind of orange on the big one. That's nice. Drops right off the bones too, perfectly cooked. Bobber, I'm right here. Bobber, I know, we're right here. It's okay. It's okay, I didn't go anywhere. I think he didn't. I'm behind the rock there and you couldn't see me, so he came screaming and running. Oh, mister, it's okay. It's okay, little boy. It's okay. I cooked us some trout. All right, we're just gonna take that last piece of bacon and just pull it into little pieces. I wonder if Bobber is kind of craving some salt. We could just offer him a little bit of Danish sea salt and see if he wants some. Goats love licking salt. They just need those minerals. They need a whole bunch of them. So he likes the Danish sea salt, huh? No, mister, you can't eat the whole bottle, mister. I'm so proud of this little boy right here for coming up here and into a strange place. A very strange place. The land of the mountain lions. It's actually one thing that I do need to watch out for whenever taking the goats or the dogs up here on the mountain is all the wild predators. You know, we got the wild coyotes, we do have wild wolves, a lot of mountain lions and bears up here too. For all we know, there could have been a mountain lion up here watching us the whole time. Maybe you smelled the bacon. but that's just kind of a responsibility when you're taking animals out into the wild, is just making sure that not just you're safe, but that you're keeping them safe as well. So we just kind of got to keep an eye out at all the ridges up there. That's usually where something would sneak up. All right, then we're just gonna take that bacon and the trout and mix that up a little bit. Let's take a bite of this small trout here, just without the bacon. First, I want to know what just the tiger trout tastes like. The skin is super crispy on him. Bobber, he's down there. Going all the way down there to eat these little blossoms, dried up little blossoms on this flower. He's going for the forbidden fruit down there. All right, let's go all the way. Trout and bacon. Now the meat on this tiger trout definitely has a little bit of an orange color, but it's very mild, not fishy at all. It's very good. I don't know, mister. I don't think you want any of this. Bacon? No. I know. All right, Bobber and I, we're gonna get back down to the farm, and that's all I got for you guys in this episode. So if you enjoyed it, drop a like, it helps a ton. Leave a comment, I'll see you guys in the comment section. And of course, if you're still brand new, feel free to subscribe. You don't have to, of course. I'll see all you guys next week for the next fishing adventure. And until then, you all know it, fish on, baby. Hey, Bobber, we gotta go, mister. We gotta go. He found the green grass over here on the other side.